Here we go. I don't know what episode number we're on.
I'm trying to be a parent, but I gotta run an errand. I promise when I'm back, I'ma feed my kid a carrot. Damn, this stuff is tough, man, I thought it was inherent. I'm trying to be a parent, I'm trying to be a parent. Sometimes you gotta drink, cause that shit can be kinda stressful. Sometimes you hit the blunt, cause that green will help you rest, yo. You know your ass be slacking when you gotta look up things on YouTube. Like, bro, how you wipe your baby boo-boo? Now welcome to the podcast.
Trying to parent
and make moms laugh. Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Sean, it's the name G. Yeah. Now welcome to the podcast. Trying to parent and make pops laugh. Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Sean, it's the name G.
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Episode 73. My beard hair just got stuck in the mic. Not like I'm not used to having my beard hair pulled. Not sexual. That's Keanu. So
he's taking a nap.
Yeah,
so we will try our best.
Yep, maybe we'll get 30 minutes and fly through this.
It is 9:10 in the morning, Sunday.
Sunday, the 25th, 5 days until Amanda's birthday. Birthday's on Friday, huh?
It is on Friday.
Nice.
I think I have a half day that day.
Nice.
Because it's Labor Day weekend.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Because I said those consistently at the same time.
I know. I like that.
Yeah, we've had a lot go on since last week. We did do the podcast last week, right?
I'm pretty sure that we did.
I think we did. So, yeah, episode 73.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, one thing we didn't mention.
5 days ago we posted it. Yep.
One thing that we didn't mention on the podcast from last week, because we had skipped a week between that, is Keanu had his 7th month
birthday.
He turned 7 months on the 11th. And so now we're actually halfway between him turning 7 months and turning 8 months.
Oh my gosh.
So,
he's just like progressing unbelievable amounts. Like he's turning more into like a little kid.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're really like playing with him and stuff now. Like he can really actually like play with stuff.
A little bit more rough with him.
Yep. Yeah. Because before you're like, am I
going to break him?
Yeah. I don't want to, I can destroy this kid on accident.
But now he can like, he's got core strength. He's moving. He's
sitting up like a chant. Like he can go from like I was on my stomach to just the straight seated position. I'm like, wow, man, that's pretty impressive.
Good posture.
Yep.
Babies always have good posture.
He sits in his little butterfly stance, which I'm always like, oh, is he going to fall over? Nope, he's pretty
solid.
Got that good core strength. Mm-hmm. We got to play this for you guys real quick. See if it plays here. Amanda was playing, like hitting him with a pillow, and he's just laughing, which is the best sound ever.
I'm gonna put that as my ringtone.
Yeah, so.
Oh God, that's probably my favorite. Like the best thing that we have of him.
Yeah, it's just like he's just laying on his back on the couch, and Amanda's just kind of bopping him with the pillow a little bit on his legs, on his head. He's just loving it.
Oh my gosh, he's so silly.
Yeah, he is. He's really like
goofy. He's a funny kid.
He's goofy. He's very like, what do you say? You always say he's like bashful.
Yeah, very bashful. Those, like hide his face.
Yeah,
like
hide his face, smiles and stuff. I swear to God, he smiles at everyone.
Yeah.
Whenever we go out or anything, like somebody could just like look his way and he's just like,
and it just makes everyone's day.
Yeah, because he's so cute.
He's so cute.
Again, a lot of people say they have like really cute babies, which, you know, I agree with. I think a lot of babies are cute. But, you know, I am playing favorites. Not that I would have to play favorites because other people have told us just how handsome of a little guy he is.
Yes. I mean, every time we go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you have the cutest baby I've ever seen.
And again, I think it's because he's so happy and smiley.
Yeah.
And he's got his little chimpanzee hair.
Yeah, we took him to the vet and we walked in. The girl goes, oh, "Hey, fuzzy head." I'm like, yeah, that's what I call him.
Yeah. And literally just like stands up like a baby chimpanzee. I don't know. He's just, and again, he's got the blue eyes.
Yeah, just
people like, he's
smiles
just
with his whole face.
Yep. Real happy guy.
Yep, which is excellent because for the first few months, the doctor thought he may be colic. Like he cried a lot, and now he's super happy. So.
Yep. So trying to get him more tanned up because he's pretty damn white. So we got to get him out in the sun more. But we'll probably do that all throughout the year, kind of
in
outside
the
of summer.
Bahamas too.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get tanned up.
Yeah, bring that sunscreen on deck, son.
Yeah, for sure. So what have we done this week?
So,
Nina puked in the room.
Oh God, I'm still cleaning the carpet.
Yeah, so I've been giving her, and I've been doing this for a while, on and off, but been giving her, I'll make my juices. I'll do my cold press, fresh juices that I do. I don't know if it's cold press. I put it in a machine. It blends everything. Not blends it. It squeezes the juice out of it.
Yeah, and then it spits out the pulp.
Yeah, and so, vegetables and fruits, cucumbers, celery.
By color.
Yeah, green juices and red juices, pink juices, stuff like that. So I'll give Nina some of the stuff that it spits out, which is just, the stuff without the juice in it. Mm-hmm. Mix it in with her food and stuff. And, I didn't think it was any issues. And we found out because we took her to the vet that it's not any issues.
No.
As long as I'm not giving her some, bad stuff, not putting in garlic,
Obviously. I'm not juicing garlic and onion.
Yeah, not juicing onion.
I like to eat that on my steaks. Thank you.
Not putting grapes in there. So she'd be pretty good. But, yeah, she's had a few times where, I don't know, she's just thrown up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And it's always, on the carpets and stuff. And boy, she did it the other night. And, like 3 times.
That was the night. That was the night that you just got up at 2:30.
Yeah, she did it at 2:30, like right around 2:30. And I got up and I cleaned it up. And then.
As soon as you got back in bed, Keanu woke up.
Mm-hmm. So we got him.
Yeah, put him in bed.
Brought him in, and I'm just like, I don't think I can go back to sleep. So I just got up and started getting some work done.
Yeah, and it was literally like 2:45. And he was
so
just
I was
up.
For a very long time that day. Didn't feel too tired, though, so I handled it.
Overdrive.
But, yeah, so we took Keanu. We took Nina to the vet.
Mm-hmm. Finally got her fucking nails trimmed.
Yeah, and vet people were super nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little spot. Cost us, a few $100.
Yep, almost 300.
Yeah.
She got her new rabies vaccine updated.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she had rabies or something.
Blood work.
Got some stuff for her ear because her ear has some yeast in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's going on. So it's, bothers her a little bit, scratching at it.
We need to get her those mouth wipes.
Yeah, some mouth wipes.
She's got a little dermatitis in her mouth flaps.
Yeah, like they said, normal stuff. But they gave her a lot of peanut butter there.
Yeah, fuck yeah. They just put it on
shot and stuff.
Yeah, they just put it on the side of the cabinet and she just licked it up, and then they just kept putting more and more and more.
So she had a good time.
Yeah.
She got a couple shots, but she had a good time.
Yes, blood drawn. She was.
We weighed her.
Keanu was up for 5 hours.
Yeah.
4 hours.
He's been doing some big boy stuff lately. We'll talk more about what we did yesterday, but he was up quite a bit.
Oh my God, poor thing.
If we sound funny, it's because we had a lot of drinks yesterday. But yeah, so we weighed Nina at the place, and she's been getting pretty skinny. She lost quite a bit of weight. Yeah. So like 52 pounds now.
Yeah, and let me look up what the conversion is.
Which is down quite a bit from what she was previously at out in Mexico. But, I think she's getting used to changing places again and having a new baby that gets a lot of our attention.
Yeah, she was 28 kilograms, which is 61 pounds. And I can't remember if she got down to 26 kilograms, but that's still 57. almost 58 pounds. So she's lost
6 to 9 pounds.
Yeah.
Hey, Nina, don't you open that door.
She's laying down.
I know. She's pushing it with her nose or something.
She's staring at me through the 2-inch crack in the door.
Don't open that, Nina.
No eye contact. Okay.
Yeah. But so we weighed her. She weighed what she weighed, and then we're like, hey, you know what? Let's wake Keanu.
This boy did not want to fucking sit down.
Like sit down. He's like straight leg, like trying to stiff board her.
No. So I just put him on his hands. I just flipped him the other way.
So he came in at a nice 17.7 pounds, almost getting close to 18 pounds.
Mm-hmm. He's gained 2.2 pounds in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, so he's really starting to stack it on. He's getting, which is nice now because he was super skinny and really cute as a little skinny guy, but now he's starting to get a little bit more chunk in him. When he was really skinny, he still has double chins, which is funny. Just like,
You're welcome.
Yeah, but now that he's starting to put on some weight, his quads and stuff are starting to get
He's got leg rolls now.
And, yeah, he's just getting a little bit more Michelin man looking like, and
super cute, like cute. Yeah. Pinch, like, oh, you're so cute. I just want to pinch you.
Mm-hmm. So again, I mean, we could just sit here and talk about how cute he is all the time. He just smiles and laughs so much, and every time I see him, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, hi, Dad. He still has his little fits sometimes. He'll freak out about some stuff. He's about to start teething.
Yeah. What day was that? Friday?
Yeah, Friday, I think.
Yeah, Friday. He was not having it. He was drooling so much and just like whining all day. Poor thing.
Mm-hmm. Little teefies are probably just about to start coming through.
Yeah.
Luckily. So I know you said his cousin Ezra was dealing with that same thing.
Yeah, dude. She was like, he had a fever, could not break the fever. He would just wake up for hours in the middle of the night. And then as soon as his top teeth came out, boop, all done.
Mm-hmm. Feels fun.
Oh, gosh. She's like, I hope it goes better for you than it did for me, because and then she had food poisoning.
Oh.
And so she was like, yeah, not a good time up in here.
Not up in here. So I'm sure we'll be dealing with that in the next 2 weeks or so, but yeah, hopefully those things can pop before we go out to the Bahamas, because you don't want them, still in pain or right on the edge before it happens. So hopefully it'll happen here soon. We booked a new flight.
Oh yeah.
So, I think we've mentioned this before. We're going to flying into Barcelona for Christmas markets, and right at the beginning of December. I think we land December 1st, you said?
We leave here November 30th. We land December 1st.
So we were thinking like, hey, we're going to be there for 10 days, and we want to hit some different places, see some different markets, because we got that experience over our honeymoon when we went, which was like the kind of the tail end of COVID. Yeah. 2021.
Yeah. Christmas 2021.
We've been married for that long? It's coming up on
3 years together for 6.
Yeah, I guess it'll be 3. Yeah, it's about to be 3 years.
Married.
On the 5th. Okay, yeah, that's right around the corner. That's right after your birthday.
Yep.
So 3 years. It seems longer than that because we've basically been married for 6 years.
Yeah.
But so we went on that, on that trip, and the idea was, hey, we want to go see all these awesome Christmas markets, and we did, and all of them were like kind of a version of what they were because of COVID, but they were still really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And so we're looking forward to going back
the
and
full experience,
hitting a few different places with Keanu and really showing him, because he'll be like just about to turn 1, he'll be like a month away from turning 1 at that point in time. So he'll be much more
interactive, mobile. He'll be fucking running around.
Yeah, all that stuff. So the plan was to fly into Barcelona, which we already have our tickets for that, and we are going to stay there for 3 days. And then we just booked our tickets. We've been trying to figure out, hey, where do we want to go? Been looking at some other Christmas markets, and there's so many cool places to go.
I don't think you can really go wrong.
Yeah. And, getting places is pretty easy. There's a bunch of different places that we could go because it's Europe and everything's, pretty compact. but we really wanted to go back to Poland. But when we originally went to Poland the first time, we went to Warsaw, which we really loved. That was a place that we would consider
live there. Yeah.
moving at some point in time. So we're like, all right, well, let's go to the other place in Poland that we were trying to think, hey, when we were originally thinking, like, hey, do we want to go to Warsaw or do we want to go to Krakow? We picked Warsaw, which we loved. So now we're like, let's go to Krakow and see how that's going to go. So we go from Barcelona to Krakow, and then I think we're going to hit...
take the train down to...
Yeah, take the train. Are we going to take the train? Is that the plan? I mean, they're pretty close, I think.
Yeah,
see
I think
what prices are for stuff.
Yeah,
but
we can.
Yeah, I think the train is going to be the way to go. We're going to go down to Vienna, Austria, because we didn't get to go to Austria, Vienna specifically on our trip last time. We took a train and we stopped into Vienna, but they were shut down.
Yep, that country was like no new friends.
Yep, no new friends.
So that's why we ended up going to Bratislava, Slovakia, is because Austria was shut down, and the Christmas market in Bratislava was still like locked down. You couldn't go inside the buildings. They had to bring the drinks and stuff. Most of them.
Yeah, basically we didn't really go inside any.
Was that where the cherry ceiling thing was?
No, that was in Warsaw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so hoping they have something like that in Krakow.
Oh, that street was really cool. Okay.
So yeah, Vienna, Austria. They have like one of Europe's biggest like courtyard centers. Yeah, squares. Just call them squares. And so they fill that up with all the booths and everything that they do. I forget what they call them specifically.
I'm so excited.
But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And again, just doing it with Keanu, have to get him some winter stuff. See what type of stuff that we have been given as hand-me-downs for the thick winter gear. But
we're spending 3 nights basically in each place. So, I mean, with a baby, it's still, it's kind of a quick turnaround, but it's still long enough to be like, okay, I don't have to rush because we got to take
3
nap
full
times,
days, essentially.
Nap times into considerations and jet lag and all that stuff. So
but it'll be cool. And I mean, we're flying from Boston now that we live on the East Coast.
Boston.
It's only it's a short
7 hours.
Yeah, not long to get over to Barcelona, so that's good.
Yeah. We just got to get to Boston.
Yeah.
But we go. It'll be the day after Thanksgiving, so I'm sure Boston will be really cool too.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
Never been to Boston either.
So, something really exciting that happened this week.
Oh, yes.
Keanu started crawling.
And he's been right there for
he's been doing the army pull for literally a month. I looked through the videos. It's been since July 21st since he got it down.
Yeah, and then he was moving quick with the army pulls. He got really good at it, which is why his shoulders were getting jacked.
He's so ripped.
And then there was a few days where you just do like one crawl, fall, like get down, 1, 2, down, and we're like, you're gonna break through here any point in time. And once you get it, you're not gonna stop.
Then the next day.
The next day he's like, oh, I can crawl now. Forgot to tell you guys. I was practicing at night.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised. I'm on it. Knock on wood. They say once they learn to crawl, like they want to practice, and so their sleep patterns get kind of messed up when they learn a new skill because they're excited to practice it.
I just want to crawl everywhere.
Yeah, but luckily he's been sleeping fairly decently. So
he's a climbing fiend, though.
Dude, he'll climb up in his crib. We have the cradle wise, so we don't have the bars. It's like a whole fabric net, like mesh net around it, so he can't grab anything, but he pulls himself right up. I mean, he's crawling all over everything, and
it bounces as that like self-rocking type thing, so you can probably get up in there soon and start bouncing it up and down,
jumping that shit, and really work on it. He'll like the little mini trampoline exercises. Like
but we're gonna look into getting him some little like crawl pad stuff, like ramps, a
little baby obstacle course.
Yeah, because he'll just like crawl. If you lay on the ground, he'll just like crawl up and over you. He's not scared of face planting on the other side. No. Normally he's doing it on the couch or in his room where we have the soft rug on top of the carpet.
Yeah.
So he's been having a pretty good time with that. Let's see what else has been going on.
Oh, this week I we finally got the title to our car. Well, once we got all of our mail delivered, our title
mail
wasn't
just started
there.
coming through.
So, went to get our license plate for Florida, and apparently it's $400 to get the plate issued, no matter how shitty your car is.
Yep. Yeah, super cool. They're like, what you got? A Whoopty, a fucking Benz?
You got a G-Wagon or you got a Pinto?
2007
Thanks, it's the same.
Kia Sorento? Cool. It's $400.
She was like, okay, now has anyone warned you about the price? I'm like,
I don't like the sound of that.
No.
People wouldn't say that if it was cheap.
Yeah, she's like, all right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal, man.
Here's the deal, man.
It's $400, but it's only going to be like $50 a year after this. I'm like, oh, God.
Cool, man.
$2,600 on the car now. But she's like, if you get a new car, you just transfer the plate. You don't have to repay. But if you get a new plate issued, if you keep this car, you got to pay that $400 again. Like,
yeah, so that sucks.
Well,
because obviously we won't be keeping this car forever. But yeah, just another thing. Cars trying to get us. Yeah. But now we're Florida residents for real. Got our license plate.
Yep, and our driver's license.
And our driver's license is. What else?
Our resignation.
Oh, yeah. Chat about that. So, I haven't talked about it a ton on the podcast because we've been doing shorter episodes and whatnot, but I know I have mentioned that I've been getting much more into, the concept of infinite banking. And if you're not familiar what that is, it's just using a specially designed participating whole life policy with a mutual company that pays dividends to the policyholders, and utilizing that for becoming your own bank. And there's books on it and all that type of stuff. It's a 200-year-old product as far as participating whole life goes, and just been getting really into studying that because once I kind of figured out what it was and what it could do for people, it's just like, holy shit, you could literally break away from the system, break away from banks, break away from the retirement system, all these people that are trying to tax you and charge you interest out the ass and all these things. And you can become self-sufficient, just like people do with living off the land and, creating their own water system and growing their own food and all that type of shit. You can do the same thing with the banking system. People just do what they do now is because it's the easiest, most convenient thing that everybody was taught to do.
And people don't know any different.
Yeah. So learned about this. All the wealthy people are doing it. Banks, all, people with money know about this stuff and they're doing it because of all the benefits that it provides. But I've been studying that stuff now for the past year and a half, really starting to pick up skills and learn new things about it, and podcasts, YouTube videos, books, chatting with people, all that stuff. I've been looking into all of it. And so I came across a couple gentlemen that I really liked their content, and they've been doing it for about 10 years now. And I just, sat down and chatted with them and realized like, hey, what they're doing, I think it more aligns with what I want to do, the opportunities that they're able to offer, the avenues that I'd be able to go down. I think is just going to fit Amanda and my lifestyle and Keanu's lifestyle much more. And, not that I don't want to do life insurance specifically anymore, because this is still a life insurance product, but I want to focus on helping people in another way. The focus is, hey, how can I help you while you're alive? And then make sure you leave a legacy behind. So, kind of decided, hey, we're going to leave Symmetry, leave our current IMO that we're with, and break off and kind of do this independent thing and join up with these other guys who have a very small outfit, couple, 5 to 6 people that they do this business with at a very high level, and just kind of get into that community. And so we kind of resigned our positions from Symmetry on Thursday, this past Thursday. And, it was a great first starting point. I had never done life insurance or anything like that before, so it was a great entry into the business. And
just like that's what kind of when we were talking to Andrew, he's like, hey man, if this path, like if that was a stepping stone to get you to where you want to be, then I'm happy. And just like all of the information and how our lives have changed since you started into this industry.
Yeah. I mean, it allowed us to move to Mexico.
Yeah. It did a lot of very wonderful things, and
it opened our eyes a lot to the things that
we didn't have life insurance before.
Didn't have life insurance, didn't have like the right type of retirement plans and whatnot set up.
Yeah.
So it just educated, gave us a ton of education. And so, I'll be breaking off and doing that now. And, if that's something that interests anybody, please reach out, because there's so many incredible things that it can provide for you and your family. And once you really understand it, again, I just made a video about this the other day. Once you understand what it is, people ask me 2 questions. How come I didn't know about this earlier? And could you imagine if my parents had put something in place like this for me when I was young?
Yeah. I'm excited to be providing this for Keanu, and hopefully it will impact his life in an incredible way. And
it definitely will, because I know people, again, I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of listening to podcasts and YouTube videos, and I know people that have been doing it now for 10, 12, 15 years, and you see how it's played out in their lives, and you're just like, holy shit. I was just listening to a podcast with a guy the other day who had 77 policies.
Oh my God.
And you have 77 policies across family members and everything, because you start to make so much money. I'm not saying from this specifically, but it gives you the ability to use your money elsewhere and make money off that money. And as your income expands and everything, you feel the need to start more banking systems. And it's really simple once you, again, understand really what it is. But
especially the time element for him. I mean, we're starting in our 30s versus him starting at 0.
Yeah. And that's what people say. They're like, hey, because we can show you, just like, hey, if you took what you have right now, say I'm helping somebody who's 40 years old, 45 years old, get started with something, and they're like, man, could you imagine if my parents did this for me when I was 5 years old or something? Say they got a 10-year-old or something like that. What if they put something in place like this for me when I was 10? I'm like, well, all we got to do is take what you're doing, fast forward 30 years or 35 years, see where it's at, and then imagine you doing that for your kid who's 10 years old right now. Like, where would we could kind of tell you where they would be, because there are all the guarantees and things like that. So imagine entering into your age 45, and every time you put $1 into your system, it spits you back out $3 or $4. You're like, well, shit. What if I put $50,000 in there and it spit me out $200,000 a year? Like, sounds like a good deal for somebody that's 45. I think you're going to be in a pretty good spot, at least financially. It's our job to teach them all the other things, not to be a dick and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least on the financial end, you'll be secure, and it won't be his only policy. We'll have taught him a whole lot of stuff about how to become your own banker and the system.
He's awake.
He's awake. Good. We got 2 minutes. So we'll go ahead and wrap that up. But we had a really fun day yesterday. Did an early celebration for Amanda's birthday. You want to chat about that real quick before we start screaming?
Yeah. So there's a seltzer festival. So for $35, you can sample up to 150 seltzers. They had a whole bunch of local ones, and then you had your Mike's Hard and White Claw and Fizzy and all that shit. But there was some pretty good ones.
Steel Reserve. Steel Reserve has a orange soda. I sat there for, 10, 15 minutes just shitting on it.
Deterring everyone from trying it. She's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't work for them. It was
so fucking bad.
It was so funny.
I tried it. It was so bad. I don't know if you knew what Steel Reserve is, guys, but if not, you didn't hang out with enough black people in inner cities growing up, because it is the brown bag of, it was like, hey, do you want to get, are you super broke, but you have just enough money to get something that might get you drunk, but not enough to buy like a bottle of liquor or something? Try this 8% Steel Reserve beer that tastes like just straight up malt liquor, and it's kind of worse version of like a 40 or something. But anyways, we did that yesterday.
It was from 1 to 4.
Yeah, I think we tried maybe 135 of them or something like that. There were some flavors of things I didn't try, like White Claws, because I knew I didn't really like that shit. But I can tell he's up and he's going. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up. And yeah, we'll be back next week with
birthday festivities.
Yep, celebrating Amanda's birthday and a bunch of fun stuff we're doing.
The anticipation is killing me.
Catch y'all later. Peace.